So go ahead and get logged into Onshape, and then I'm going to kind of walk you through just kind of some of the features, and we'll just do a little practice in here. So when you get logged in, this should be kind of what your screen looks like, except maybe you don't have any documents here. I just kind of did a little random practice one, and then I was starting something else. So this is kind of what your screen is, and then you would go to create, and then document. Let's just call this practice. I'm going to name it practice 2 because I already have one called practice. Okay, so when you get logged in, this should look pretty similar to what you guys see when you logged into Inventor. You have your 3D coordinate plane here. You have your little view cube. You can kind of adjust the screen using that. You have your kind of browser over here, so it'll show what you're doing as you do the commands. And then up here you can see we can do a sketch similar to Inventor. That's always the first thing we do when we're making a part. You can extrude, revolve, sweep, loft. I don't know what thicken is. Fillet, chamfer. Not sure what those are. And then shell, hole. You can mirror. So I mean, even the same verbiage that Inventor uses. So hopefully this is an easy transition for you. So again, the first thing we want to do is start a sketch. You can either click on a plane, right click on a plane and start a sketch, or we can go up here and click sketch and click the plane we want to use. Again, it really doesn't matter what plane you select, it just kind of affects the orientation of your object. So I'm just going to click the front plane here. And then, so one thing that's different is once you start a sketch, it doesn't remove the other planes. Like in Inventor, you click start sketch and click the plane, and it would kind of zoom in on that plane. That doesn't happen here, so that kind of threw me off at first. I didn't realize the sketch had started, but so now that we've started a sketch, you should see new commands up here. We have the line, rectangle, circle, arc, polygon, spline. You can do text. There's the construction tool, fillet, trim. So again, all of these features Inventor has, and then dimensioning. So let's try to make a rectangle here, and you can see the dimensions there. So let's just make a random rectangle and then use the dimension tool. Let's see, I want it to be a 2 by 1 rectangle. There we go. Didn't hit enter the first time. And similar to Inventor, you need to hit escape when you want out of a command. So when I'm in the dimension command, if I want out, I have to hit escape. So I have a 1 by 2 rectangle, and then we can finish the sketch just like in Inventor, and then we can extrude it. So again, you need to select what you want to extrude. So I want to extrude that rectangle. Here it's, you can change like how far you extrude it, which with this it doesn't really affect it. Blind would be more if it's like a hole or something like that, but we can change the depth. So let's just make it like a 3-inch rectangle. Okay. And so then again, just like in Inventor now, we can we can start a sketch now again on the rectangle somewhere on a face. So if you click sketch, you can click one of the faces of the rectangle, or we can click one of the planes again. So that's something that's a little different in Inventor, is once you have made a part, the planes don't show up anymore. I kind of like that the planes are at least still here now. So, and again, we can click this cube to kind of rotate the object if we need to see a different face. If you want to get back to the original, you can go here and then go isometric, and it brings you back to the original view. So let's just start a sketch on the top face of the rectangle, and let's make a circle. So similar to Inventor, we can identify the midpoint of the side of the rectangle by kind of hovering along the side, and then that square shows up, and so that's the midpoint of that side. And then I want to find the midpoint of, there we go, of both sides, and so I want the circle to be centered between both sides of the rectangle. And then you can start making it. And now so this symbol here should hopefully look familiar to you. That's the symbol for the diameter of a circle. So this diameter of mine is, it looks like 1.149. And again, I'm still in the circle command right now, so if I hit escape, I can get out of that. Then I'm going to go to dimension. I'm going to make this circle, let's make it 1.25 diameter. Okay, and then finish the sketch. And now let's extrude this. And so we can click the circle here. And so right now it's going up. I can change the direction, have it cut. I can have it go through all. The blind is meaning that it wouldn't go all the way through necessarily. So I can change it to a depth of like 0.5. Let's do that. Let's do 1/2 inch. And finish. Oh, didn't work. Okay, so similar to Inventor, you have the browser over here that I mentioned where you can go back and edit things. So that didn't work like I thought it was going to. So we can right click on that and edit. And I want to remove. So that was my mistake. I needed to select remove here instead of add. So remove. There we go. I have a hole in my block. So now let's do a plane offset to this one here. So I'm going to do an offset plane. So if you look up here, we have plane. I want to offset the surface. So I'm going to click this side and I'm going to offset the plane. Let's do it an inch. Offset the plane an inch. Okay, and I'm going to start a sketch on that plane now. And let's do a rectangle. I want to make this rectangle smaller. I'm going to do, let's see, let's do 1 inch. Let's actually, yeah, do 1 inch by 0.5. I'm going to change my view here. Okay. I'm gonna see if I can turn off the visibility on this plane here. There we go. Okay, so want to make sure I center this. So that needs to be 0.25. And then this needs to be 0.5. Okay. And then I want to finish the sketch there. I want to use the loft feature. So for loft, you would loft two faces together. So we can loft this rectangle to this one, hopefully. And since add is selected, it adds that. And then if we just click finish sketch, we have kind of a little house looking type thing. So, all right, again, we can get back to the home view by doing the drop down and clicking isometric. Let's use the sweep feature now. So we can use the arc tool. We'll start a sketch here on that plane. And we will make an arc. Let's do a 3-point arc. So let's click one corner and another corner. Go up. And finish that sketch. Actually, let's go back in and edit that. I want to do this radius of 1 inch. That's better. Okay. So now I want to add a plane. See if I can add a plane. Not an offset, but a plane, point and normal. So select the plane command and we're going to do point and normal. I think that's what we want. And then normal to top there. Let's see if that did it. No, it didn't work. Delete that. Okay, let's start a sketch on the top face here. I think we can do it without that plane. And then let's make a circle. Let's make the circle 0.1 diameter. And that's really small. Let's edit that. Let's make that 0.25. Okay. Now, so for the sweep tool, all you need is like a arc or a line that you want the object to follow. And then you need like a profile that would sweep like through the line or across the arc. So we have both of those things. So we can select sweep, and so we need the face. And now you see we could select more faces, but now it says sweep path. So we can click the sweep path and click the arc. And kind of just, again, like Inventor, you know it works if it kind of does it before it gives you, if it gives you a preview of what it would look like. So then we can finish that, and we have our little kind of handle thing on there. And so that kind of, the idea of this was to kind of get you familiar with this program a little bit. Another feature, a couple other features we didn't use that are pretty simple that I'll just go over really quick would be the revolve. So with revolve, we could revolve like a face over an axis. And so we can select a face and an axis. So we could do that even. I'll undo that, but maybe let me see what it looks like here if I do this. Select this, and this is gonna do it. Okay, that looks kind of funny. I'll do that. And then we can fill it. I don't want that one. Okay. So fill it, and you can change the radius. We can chamfer. Go chamfer. And shell, the whole tool. One other one would be the mirror. We can mirror this whole thing, so it says select entities to mirror, so we can select that whole thing. Select a plane, so we can select this front plane here and mirror that whole part. And then you can mirror this whole thing over itself. So that's kind of fun. We hadn't really used that too much in Inventor, but so hopefully this got you familiar with this, and then you'll be more comfortable as we start to do some of the tasks. So, all right. And the nice thing about this is it saves automatically for you, whereas in Inventor, a lot of you ran into issues with computers freezing or whatever. So this is similar to Google Docs where it auto saves as you go. All right. Good luck.